Is this close enough or is it too close? I don't know, I think my face would be a distraction. How about this? Is this a good shot? Nah, then I'd have to yell for you guys to hear me. Okay, this is better. My face isn't distracting you, is it? No? Okay. Hello everyone, it's Maddie the Aspie. Thank you so much for tuning in to my very first video of this channel, at least. I mean, I do have a second channel, but that story's for another time. I don't want to get into it because it's a long story. But anyway, today I would like to pretty much discuss who I am as a person and discuss my background. Yeah, pretty much. Sort of like an introduction, you know what I mean? Anyway, my full name is Madison Deanna James. I was born on November the 25th, 1998 in Hoboken, New Jersey. I lived in Union City for the first 5 years of my life. That ended badly. So I moved to Bayonne with my mother, where she pretty much stayed single for about a few months and then found some guy and then they got married. I don't know, that's basically how I can sum it all up for you. I am African American and I am also Colombian. My dad was African American and my mother is Colombian. I would say I did most of my growing up in Bayonne, New Jersey, and I pretty much call it my hometown because it's pretty much where I've made a lot of connections. I've pretty much know quite a few people. I wouldn't say that I'm quite popular. Let's be honest, I'm not. At least not there, I'm not, but you know. My folks were born in Jersey City, New Jersey. My aunt was born in Jersey City as well. She's older than my mother. My maternal grandparents are from Barranquilla, Colombia. If I'm not mistaken, I think they met in the US. If I'm not mistaken, they ran into each other in the US, and I don't know. I believe it was at the age of 3 or 4 when I was diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism which can make social interaction a little bit difficult. And plus our brains are wired a bit differently. At least that's from what I researched and from what I was told pretty much. Later years, I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD for short, which kind of makes it difficult for me to, obviously, focus, pay attention, and I'm pretty much bouncing off the walls 24/7. No soda, no sweets, no nothing, according to my mother, but it's not like I rebelled against that, did I? I would say that growing up and going to school wasn't quite the easiest. I was a bit socially, well, not a bit, but I was socially awkward. I was very shy. It was very hard for me to approach people and make new friends. I do have several friends who I talk to from elementary school to this day. It's just that we're both busy in college. Well, I already graduated, but one of them is busy in college at the moment. Other than that, there was not a lot of people in elementary school that I still keep in contact with. I mean, I run into them every now and then. It's not one of my best friends that I constantly talk to. It's just, hey, how you doing? How's life? And everything like that. Okay, bye, see ya. I was on the honor roll during elementary school and high school. I think the first time I got into the honor roll was in the 6th grade. I think it was the first or second semester or third semester, I don't know, that I was given like one of those certificates, like, oh, you got second honor roll. Knowing my mom, she was proud of me, as well as the rest of my family. School wasn't really always fun for me. I love to learn and whatever, but it's like I didn't really participate that much because aside from being shy, I was always scared. I was scared to ask certain questions over and over again because I've had teachers who have called me out so many times on asking the same question, and they've grown to be very impatient with me, which kind of still makes me feel to this day that I shouldn't be asking too many questions, even though my college professors are like, oh, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And then I'm just like, pretty much. I mean, yeah, that's gonna take some time to work on. Because of my Asperger's and my ADHD, well, I think it's mostly my ADHD, I don't know. Because of my disorder, of my condition, I was involved in inclusion classes and I needed extra help because like I said before, it was hard for me to focus. It was hard for me to pay attention and remember things that I read in a textbook, or remember something that my teacher was saying and everything like that. My tests and my quizzes were modified. I was given study guides that pretty much helped a lot with me passing and everything like that. I also had an inclusion teacher who I consider one of my favorites out of the inclusion teachers that I've had in the past. But other than that, I would say inclusion and extra help pretty much helped me a lot. My mom's goal pretty much was to get me out of the inclusion classes. I don't know, my mom's one of those mothers like, oh, my daughter doesn't need extra help, like she's smart and everything like that. I mean, yeah, I'm smart, but still, I need help, woman. Either way, my mom wanted me out of inclusion, so by the time I got into high school, I got into the Section 504 thing that people with disabilities have, but it's sort of like an IEP, which is what I had in elementary school, but it's like, I don't know, I would say it's more professional because colleges don't deal with IEPs. They just deal with 504s, which kind of helped me in college as well. I'm a college graduate, and pretty much, yeah. Speaking of college, I started college, I was fresh out of high school. I started September 2017, majoring in creative writing. To be quite honest with you, it wasn't that easy. It was tricky to get through the whole major because, you know, I was taught all of these ways and pretty much what I call the mathematics behind behind creating stories, you know, being taught all these paradigms and the 3-act structure and all these people that I've never heard of before that talk about pretty much how to tell a fucking story. Other than that, it has enlightened me. I do plan on creating more from what I've learned in that major. I ended up earning my Bachelor of Fine Arts degree, and I was valedictorian in March 2020 when I graduated. That was before everything shut down. 10 days after I graduated, my whole university just shut down. Throughout my undergrad days, while I was taking creative writing, I suffered through some weight gain and obesity, if you want to call it. I had become massively depressed. I wasn't sure how to make myself happy or how to be happy. And because of that, I did things that I never thought I would see myself doing. Like, I was hanging out with people that pretty much come from like different backgrounds. I've never met people like that who had it rough growing up. I was in a relationship and it didn't end so well, and that didn't really help with the depression. So the way I coped with it was with binge eating, and I would eat fast food every single day. Where I'm living right now, because I'm in Winter Park, Florida at the moment, where I am, there's a lot of fast food joints, so that didn't help the situation. And plus, I kind of lacked the motivation to cook. So yeah, aside from binge eating, I just kind of stayed to myself. I wouldn't really go anywhere. I didn't feel like going out. I didn't have the motivation to exercise or go to the gym and everything like that. But yeah, it was a very dark point in my life where I thought that I was gonna actually, you know, if you know what I mean. Since graduating, I returned to my home state in New Jersey. My mom kind of gave me this lecture about, you know, the whole purpose of me coming home was to lose weight, and I haven't lost any weight and everything like that. That was in April of 2020. The following month, that's when I decided, you know, this shit. I'm just gonna drop all the bad stuff and then, you know, put in the work and blah 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 blah, and then here we are. I am at least 150 pounds lighter. I'm happy. So with college comes living alone. And it was actually my first time like living on my own away from my family, especially in another state. I am my mom's only child. You can pretty much imagine how she felt when I moved down here. So yeah, she was not okay. I just recently graduated in July with a Master's of Fine Arts degree in film. So yeah, I have 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's in creative writing and a master's of fine arts in film. And I'm trying to do something with it, pretty much. I mean, I am getting myself out there. I've made connections. I've got pretty cool people. In conclusion, despite all of the challenges that I've went through, you know, with the whole weight gain and the relationships and, you know, and pretty much overall family stuff that I've gone through growing up, I'm still here. I'm still standing. I feel that it's what made me. I mean, it didn't really break me. It made me. And my message to you all is to never ever give up, because there is still hope out there. You may feel hopeless about, you know, ever affording to go to college or getting a job or pretty much achieving some sort of goal in your life. All I can say is never lose hope. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and tell me what you think in the comments below. And make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And other than that, I do also have a blog called Maddie the Aspie as well. The link is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Shoo!